Kennedy Carter's reckless action against Caitlin Clark was more than just a foul, it marked a significant downfall in her career. Now, she's facing the consequences: no job, a tarnished reputation, and a future in the WNBA that seems uncertain. Some may downplay it as a minor push, but the reality is clear. The Chicago Sky wasted no time in letting her go. No court designation, no contract, just a swift exit. It's hard to imagine going from being a rising star to quickly becoming sidelined.
Chase your dreams without fear.
From West Des Moines, Iowa!
But should we be shocked? Carter has built a track record of poor choices throughout her career. She's already alienated multiple teams, and this time, she crossed the line. 3 teams, no lessons learned, and now, she's out of opportunities.
She's my idol. It's really exciting to see how she plays. You learn a lot of moves because of her.
Honestly, what did she expect? You can't just shove the face of the WNBA, the league's biggest star, and think there won't be consequences. Caitlin Clark isn't just any player. She's the league's biggest asset, the top attraction in women's basketball. As for Carter, she's now the most controversial free agent in the league. Teams are avoiding her.
Somebody that inspired, not only the state of Iowa, but people around the country to, hopefully chase after your dreams, whether you're 5 years old or whether you're 90 years old.
And both careers just getting started.
The situation was a total fiasco for Carter, and we're about to dive into exactly what went wrong. The Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever game was already charged with tension, emotions were running high, and the stakes were obvious. Clark was playing her usual dominant game, while Carter was struggling. Then, out of nowhere, she completely lost control.
You ready?
Yeah.
So, Asia?
Nah, this is tough. Thank you guys, this is amazing.
She didn't just make a hard foul, she outright shoved Clark, all while shouting something reckless, solidifying her place on every WNBA team's do not sign list. It was a total meltdown, an impulsive action that was only amplified by the fact that it was all happening in front of a live audience. The crowd was shocked, the players were stunned, and one by one, every WNBA coach watching mentally removed Carter's name from consideration.
Going to the line to shoot 2 will be number 22, Caitlin Clark for the Hawks.
Going up in Cedar Rapids. Now Caitlin at the line. For the record. She ties it with that one. This for college basketball history. She does it with a foul shot. Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history. Passing Pistol Pete Maravich.
The footage of that moment is hard to watch. You can hear the shock in the crowd. One scout who was courtside told us, "I've never seen anything like it. It wasn't just the push, it was the frustration behind it. That's not what we want in this league." And Clark's reaction? That made it even more unforgettable. You could see the confusion on her face, like she couldn't even process what had just happened. Later, Clark said, "For a second, I just stood still, felt the shove, and thought, wow, really?" And that's the problem for Carter. This wasn't just a heated moment. It became a defining one.
I said I remember this moment in the back of my mind. The time we stood without shaking.
Here's the real issue. Carter wasn't just reckless. She was unapologetic. That's what sealed her fate. The crowd immediately turned on her, booing louder than they had all night. Everyone in that arena knew exactly what they'd just seen, and it wasn't just the fans who took notice. WNBA scouts, executives, and decision-makers were in the building, and some of the biggest names in the sport watched this disaster unfold in real time. The reaction, it wasn't good.
Here
comes Clark. How will she go for history?
This for college basketball history. She does it with a foul shot.
And like a good neighbor, is there Maya Moore?
Oh my God.
This time, it's Iowa!
One scout, who has been instrumental in signing some of the league's top players, put it simply, it's not just a shove, it's the attitude afterward. In this league, We want players who can handle pressure and be role models. Carter showed the exact opposite. That's not someone you want leading your franchise. Let's be real. Carter didn't just push Caitlin Clark, she pushed her career over the edge. At this point, it's uncertain if anyone is willing to catch her on the way down. Carter had a golden chance to do some damage control. She could have owned up to it, apologized, or at least acknowledged what happened. But instead, she stood in front of reporters, shrugged it off, and lied, saying, "I didn't say anything on the play," before bumping into Caitlin.
But today, I want to add just one more. With almost as much certainty that Caitlin's shot from the logo would drop through the net to the roar of this excited Carver crowd, we always knew your jersey would be hanging in the rafters one day. I think they like you a little bit. It's a privilege for me to now make that official. You will be the last to wear number 22, and you will become the third Hawkeye women's basketball player in history to have her number retired.
Seriously, that was her response? No remorse, no accountability, just pure denial. Did she honestly think ignoring the problem would make it go away? Spoiler alert, it didn't disappear. It only got worse. You might be thinking, okay, but she's a talented player, right? Surely that counts for something. Well, guess what? It doesn't. Not when you're burning bridges everywhere. The Chicago Sky made that crystal clear when their general manager issued a bombshell statement about Carter's future with the team. And let's just say, it wasn't exactly a vote of confidence. The Sky front office didn't just question Carter's value on the court, they flat out excluded her from their future plans. They made it clear that how she fits with the team mattered more than her stats, and that, folks, is code for she's a locker room problem. But wait, it gets better. Remember Carter's supposed ally, Angel Reese, the one who was supposed to have her back? Well, it looks like even Reese is distancing herself. How do we know? Reese just unfollowed Carter on social media. Now, before you brush that off as nothing, let's be honest. In today's world, that's the digital equivalent of slamming the door in someone's face. It's a glaring sign that says, locker room drama incoming.
So Janae, let's just preview this matchup a little bit. This is going to be an awesome game.
I told you so. The WNBA is no joke. And last time out, it was the rookie vet matchup of Caitlin Clark versus Diana Taurasi, the all-time leading scorer in the WNBA. Now it's this, Caitlin Clark versus Asia Wilson, the leading scorer this year.
Ayo.
So far, what is Caitlin bringing to the table? Well, clearly it's her signature three. Get this, Steph Curry led the NBA in made threes last year again. Caitlin actually shoots further than Steph Curry. Look at the numbers right here. 27.1 feet, 26.8. So I'll show you exactly how she gets her signature three done. So let's roll the tape. Oh snap, this is my sister squad. It's all good. Look how deep this is. This is 31 feet, a little misdirection action to the top of the key, and she knocks it down. Okay, we gotta switch games here. Okay, thank you. My sister would text me, it's her birthday. We can't do that to her. 33 feet. That was a beautiful pass from E-Weezy. You have to guard her once she crosses half court. Now, clearly, Caitlin Clark can shoot, but also she's going up against Asia Wilson, who is top tier, that dog. Look at this, a record-setting season for Asia, 26.7 points per game this season, on pace to break the WNBA's single-season scoring record. She is on one.
And it's not just Reese. Sources inside the Sky organization are saying that multiple teammates are done with Carter, with some even pushing for her to be gone before next season. Can you imagine? 1 minute you're supposed to be a franchise star, and the next your own teammates don't even want you in the building. And then there's the real gut punch. The Chicago Sky didn't just bench Carter, they refused to even offer her a qualifying contract. Let that sink in.